Welcome. This is the introduction to the academic writing process, Chapter 2, Utilizing the College Library. This is a picture of the front of the Darton State College Library, also called the Harold B. Weatherby Library. It's located on our main campus in Albany, Georgia. Now, let's learn a few things about becoming a library user. Our library is open to faculty, staff, students, and community members. We provide access to both print and electronic information, which includes databases subscribed to by the University of Georgia system through Galileo and the Internet. Now, one of the core things that you're going to need is your PIN number. You need your PIN number for complete access to the library catalog. The catalog is called GilFind. If you want to use Galileo databases off campus, you're going to need a password for it. The password is reset each semester, so remember, check back for the most current password. The Galileo password can be accessed through your GilFind account. If you need help getting your PIN number, on our website we have a link to what's called DSC LibGuides. If you click on the DSC LibGuides for instructions, and there's a video, you'll see a little picture down here at the bottom of the screen. I have an arrow pointing to the video that you need to watch, and it takes you through step by step how to get your PIN and how to have access to the Galileo password. Of course, if you have difficulties, you can contact the library. We'll be glad to help you. If you come to campus, remember to bring your school ID card with you. It's required for checking out books as well as utilizing the printing services. Alright, in our earlier video we talked about writing a research paper. That one was pretty much talking about how to get your topic and how to form your thesis statement. Now that you have your thesis statement, or at least a rough draft of one, it's time to identify potential resources for finding the information needed for your research project. The best place to begin is in the DSC library. If you need assistance, librarians are available to help you. In the chart below, we have listed several different sources that could be useful for your project. We have books and ebooks, databases, videos, audio, periodicals, and of course websites. Now, if you're actually in the library and you want to find a physical print book, the first floor of the library is mostly reference books or non-circulating books. You can look at them in the library. You can make copies of pages if you need to, but you cannot check them out. On the second floor, we have what's called circulating books. They are available for checkout. If we don't have what you need at Darton, you have two other options. One option is Gil Express. Gil Express allows you to borrow books from other colleges in the university system. You could actually go to another college library in the state of Georgia, it's the Board of Regents school, and check a book out in person. Or you could put a request in to the Darton Library, and we can have that book shipped to the school. Another option, if the book is not found in the state of Georgia, we can have an interlibrary loan. That allows us to borrow books not in our system. So, for example, there's an obscure book, you know, they might have it at Berkeley University in California. We could borrow it from there and have it shipped here. So there's many different options for finding the sources that you need. Alright, now that you've got your Guild PIN number, this is what you can do with it. When you log into Guild Find, you can have favorites. So suppose there's some books that you might be interested in, but you don't want them right now. You might need to come to campus a couple of weeks later. You can tag them in your favorites folder. You can see which items you currently have checked out and see what's overdue. You know how much money you might owe us if the books are overdue. You can see the book requests that you've put in. So say you're borrowing that book from the University of Georgia in Athens and it's being shipped this way. You can look and see if it's in process. As I said earlier, you can also find the Galileo password. And remember, the password changes every semester, so log in and check for it whenever you need it. And maybe you're working on a paper and you need to look up a bunch of books, and then you come back later and you may have forgotten what books you were looking up. You can actually save your searches in Guild Find, and it can show you the books that you have recently accessed. Pretty cool feature. Now let's talk about finding scholarly articles. Traditionally, libraries had newspapers, magazines, and periodicals aggregated and stored on library shelves. They were indexed in a book called The Periodical Guide to Literature. Maybe you've heard of it. However, with the advent of the internet and the creation of online databases, archiving print copies of periodicals has become virtually obsolete. We do still have print periodicals on the shelves, but we do not currently have an updated periodical guide to literature. So the best thing to do is just to use the Galileo databases. Galileo is an online database that consists of authoritative subscription-only information. It includes encyclopedias, business directories, government publications, and we have a link to it on our library homepage. There's also a direct link to Galileo, as seen here at the bottom of the screen. But if you use the direct link, make sure you know what the current password is. One great thing about visiting the actual campus library is you get to have guidance from a reference librarian. Librarians are experts in all varieties of resource materials. We're well trained in using the online catalogs and databases, and we're here to assist you in your research mission. Don't be scared to ask us for our help. That's why we're here. If you can't come to campus, if you go to our website and look on the right side of the screen, you'll see a little red button that says Ask a Librarian. If you click on that, you can actually send us a text message or an email, and one of us will be glad to answer you as soon as possible. Also great for online students and students who can't get to campus, we have what's called DSC LibGuides. There's a link to that from our website as well. We have all kinds of instructional videos and handouts that can provide information for you, not only on the services that we have, but also a page for tutorials to help you to improve your information literacy skills. So if you have some free time, go check it out. There's all kinds of great information on there. Now, on your own, getting back to your research paper now. You've come to the library and you need a print book. How do you conduct your search? And you also need to find at least 5 scholarly sources. Where would you look for them? Okay, so you're having trouble locating your sources. Who's available to help you? And let's remember, what type of personalized information is provided in your Guild Find account details? If you know the answers to these questions, you're ready to move on to Chapter 3.